I pulled the bicycle from the shed where it hibernated since November. The tires were flat, the chain was dead, but I pumped and oiled and I remember why I love this thing. The lean, the coast, the wind, the handlebars trust. The bicycle is the machine of the spring and the wanderlust. The first pedal stroke is stiff, my legs have forgotten the rotation. The bicycle bell gives a riff of its tiny silver celebration. The bike lane has been repainted, a fresh green stripe along the road. The bicycle and the lane acquainted themselves again with the unloaded joy of moving without the car, without the train, without the crowd. The bicycle bell from afar is the smallest and the proudest loud. I ring it at the intersection, not because I need to warn. The bicycle bell's affection is for the morning newly born. The pedestrian smiles and waves, a child points and says, "Look, Mom." The bicycle bell is the brave announcement of the spring's aplomb. Bicycle bell, ring, ring, ring. The spring is in the spokes tonight. Bicycle bell, the smallest thing that makes the morning feel so right. Two wheels and a silver sound. The lane is green, the air is sweet. Bicycle bell, the merry-go-round of the pedal and the street. The cherry trees along the path are throwing petals at my wheels. The bicycle rides through the aftermath of the blossom, and it feels like a parade arranged for me. The pink confetti in my hair, the bicycle underneath the tree is the spring's most debonair commuter, and the pedals turn through the carpet of the pink. The bicycle bell's concern is only joy and only spring, I think. There is a speed that only the bicycle knows, not fast enough to miss the view, not slow enough to catch the woes. The bicycle's speed is the breakthrough between the hurried and the still. The pedal's rhythm sets the pace. The bicycle and the spring goodwill are the tandem in the race, against the winter's memory, against the heavy coat and scarf. The bicycle bell is the reverie of the spring's opening paragraph. I lock the bicycle at the rack outside the office, and I pat the seat the way you pat the back of a horse that ran the flat. The bicycle bell catches the sun, a tiny mirror on the bar. The bicycle and the morning run are the spring's first avatar. Tomorrow I will ride again and ring the bell at every turn. The bicycle and the spring and then the summer, but that is not my concern. Tonight the bicycle rests with the chain, still warm from the morning's ride. The bicycle bell in the spring rain is the happiest sound outside. Bicycle bell, ring, ring, ring. The spring was in the wheels today. Bicycle bell, the song I sing is the sound of the pedal sway. Two wheels and a silver chime. The lane was green, the world was new. Bicycle bell. the sweetest rhyme of the spring that petaled through. Pollen count is astronomical. My eyes are streaming and my nose is running its own botanical marathon through the meadow rows. But I refuse to stay inside. The spring has waited far too long. The pollen count is my hay-fevered pride, and the sneeze is just a song. I walk into the yellow cloud. The car is dusted like a cake. The pollen count is loud and proud, and my antihistamine is awake. The bees are drunk on it. The air is thick with the invisible confetti. The pollen count does not care about my sinuses already. Swelling with the season's gift, the trees are broadcasting their love. The pollen count is the drift of a billion tiny prayers above. The garden and the park and me, who chose to sit beneath the oak. The pollen count is the fee I pay for the spring and the yoke of the dandelion's golden face that turns to the clock that blows. The pollen count is the embrace of the season that everyone knows. Pollen count off the charts. Spring is in the air, literally. Pollen count and my sinuses are soft sneezing sympathetically. But I will take it every grain for the flowers and the trees. Pollen count the beautiful bane of the April gentle breeze. My car is yellow, my dog is yellow, my jacket has a dusty sheen. The pollen count is the mellow and aggressive evergreen campaign of reproduction that the trees are waging overhead. The pollen count is the thermostat of the spring and the flower bed. I sneeze 11 times and laugh because the alternative was snow. The pollen count on my behalf is the spring's most excessive show. There is a bargain in the spring. The beauty comes with the irritation. The pollen count is the ring on the finger of the floral nation. You want the blossoms, then you take the yellow dust, the itchy eyes. The pollen count is the handshake between the allergic and the wise, who know that beauty has a price, and the price is a tissue box. The pollen count is the sacrifice I make for the hollyhocks and the lilac and the cherry and the magnolia's giant cups. The pollen count is the band that plays while the whole world erupts. I take my pill and face the day. The pollen count will not defeat the joy of the spring's display, the warmth beneath my feet. The yellow dust will wash away with the next good April rain. The pollen count is the essay on the pleasure and the pain of loving something that attacks your immune system every year. The pollen count and the antihistamine packs are the spring's most honest gear. Pollen count, I surrender to the yellow and the gold and the sneeze. Pollen count, I am getting through with the tissues and the breeze. Spring is in the air and the nose and the eyes and the everything. Pollen count, the beautiful throes of the season that makes me sing.
I planted seeds on the windowsill in egg cartons filled with dirt. The label says they need the will of the sun and the morning shirt of light that falls across the counter between the hours of 8 and noon. The windowsill seeds are the encounter between my patience and the spoon of soil I packed around each one, a tiny burial of the possible. The windowsill seeds have begun, the most invisible and the most colossal journey from the nothing to the green. Day 1 and nothing shows at all. Day 2, the same, the dirt is still. Day 3, I almost missed the small crack in the surface of the sill box where a single thread of white is pushing through the brown. The windowsill seed found the light and chose to not stay down. I cheered out loud and scared the cat who jumped from the counter to the floor. The windowsill seed beneath my flat had done what seeds are for. Windowsill seeds growing in the light between the coffee and the sink. Windowsill seeds, the overnight miracle on the kitchen brink. You did not need the field, the farm, the greenhouse, or the rain. Windowsill seeds, the quiet charm of the beginning once again. By week 2, there are 6 green shoots, each one a tiny exclamation mark. The windowsill seeds have sent their roots down into the egg cartons dark, and their stems up toward the glass where the morning pours its warmth. The windowsill seeds have surpassed every expectation from the north of my doubting mind that said it would not work, the soil's too thin. The windowsill seeds instead have made the kitchen their Berlin. One moment breaking through the barrier between the dormant and the alive. The windowsill seeds, the carrier of the spring that chose to arrive. There is a metaphor in here about the small beginning and the trust, but the windowsill seeds are clear. That metaphor is not a must. Sometimes a seed is just a seed, and the joy is in the watching. The windowsill seeds agreed that the growing is the plotting of the simplest kind of spring, the kind that fits on a kitchen kitchen ledge. The windowsill seats the string between the winter and the edge of something green and new and mine. The windowsill seeds do not need the poem, they are the poem's line. The shortest distance between seed and freed. I transplant them to bigger pots. When the roots outgrow the egg, the windowsill seeds have got their first real home, a ceramic leg. Up in the world of the growing things, the basil and the tiny chive, the windowsill seeds the rings of a spring that feels alive. In the kitchen where the coffee brews and the cat has reconciled with the green things and the views of a windowsill gone wild. Windowsill seeds you grew from the crack of the eggshell and the soil. Windowsill seeds you brought me back to the spring with the gentlest toil. You did not need the open sky, just the counter and the light. Windowsill seeds, the reason why I believe in the overnight.
I left the coat at home today, just a jacket and the sleeves rolled up. The forecast said 16 degrees, and hey, that is enough to fill the cup of my optimism to the brim. The jacket weather has arrived. The heavy coat, the winter's hymn is retired, and the spring survived. My arms are free, my shoulders light. The jacket is the minimal commitment to the cool, the slight hedge against the criminal possibility that the wind might turn. But today I bet on the warm. The jacket weather does not burn, it simply reforms the uniform. The jacket is the in-between, the no man's land of the wardrobe's year. Not cold enough for the Wolverine of the puffer coat, not clear enough for the t-shirt's bravery. The jacket is the diplomat of the spring, the gentle slavery of the not to this, the not to that. I zip it halfway and the breeze gets in, and I let it because the breeze is friendly now. The breeze agrees with the jacket and the budding trees. Jacket weather, the lightest day since the October afternoon. Jacket weather, I'm on my way to the park and the sunny dune of the hill where the city meets the sky, and the jacket's just enough. Jacket weather, the happiest streets are the ones that called winter's bluff. Everyone is in their jacket, the denim and the corduroy. The jacket weather is the bracket between the cold and the full deploy of the summer wardrobe's ambition. The jacket weather keeps it real. The spring is an audition, and the jacket is the deal. We make with the uncertain sky. I'll trust you if you trust me back. The jacket weather's out. the fortress and the wall. The jacket weather gets my vote for the best weather of them all. There is a confidence that comes with the jacket and the rolled up sleeve. The jacket weather and its drums of the spring beat make me believe that the worst is behind, that the warm is the new default, the setting sun. The jacket weather and its charm is the spring at its most fun. Not the peak, not the full bloom, but the promising, the almost there. The jacket weather and the room for the arms to swing in the air. I come home and hang the jacket on the hook beside the door. The jacket weather, I will pack it away eventually, but for now the jacket hangs like a flag of the season's gentle revolution. The jacket weather does not drag, it is the spring's resolution. To be kind, to be enough, to be warm without the weight. The jacket weather calls the bluff of the winter and its heavy freight. Jacket weather, you were perfect, the lightest I have felt in months. Jacket weather, the surface of the spring's most generous stunts. No coat, no scarf, no winter gear, just the jacket and the breeze. Jacket weather, the best time of year, is the one that puts me at ease. Every window in the house at 7 a.m. because the air outside was finally generous, the kind of spring that wants to share
Its temperature with everything, the curtains filled like lungs, the rooms expanded and the whole house seemed to sing, a chord it held in all its glooms.
Sealed us like an envelope, the weather stripping and the draft exclude her at the door. The hope was that the heating bill would have,
but now the windows are thrown wide and the savings and the logic break. The open window is the tide of spring rushing in for the sake
of the lungs and the walls and the floor that hasn't felt the breeze in months.
The open window is the door
to the season's gentle stunts.
Open window season is here.
Throw the glass up, let it in.
Open window season, the clear
and the fresh and the discipline
of 6 months seal is finally done.
The air is new, the house is free.
Open window season has begun,
and it smells like possibility. The sounds come in with the air, the birds that we forgot were out there still. The neighbor's radio, the words of someone laughing on the hill.
The open window season lets the neighborhood inside soundtrack of the spring resets, the silence to the bird songs croon.
The cat is sitting on the sill.
Her nose is working overtime.
The open window season's thrill.
Is the outside world sublime?
Buffet of smells she cannot name.
The cut grass and the warming soil.
The open window season came.
And the cat is on the loyal.
Guard of the ledge between the inn
And the out, the warm and the cool.
The open window season's grin
Is the cat's most focused tool.
There are two kinds of people in spring, the ones who open and the ones who wait.
The open window season's ring
Of the doorbell says it is not too late. The air is ready, the warmth is here. The forecast says above 15.
The open window season this year
Is the earliest we've seen, and we are throwing every window wide
and letting the spring walk through.
The open window season's pride
Is the freshness that feels brand new.
By evening the house smells different, the staleness of the winter gone.
The open window season's gift
Is the atmosphere of the dawn. Inside the bedroom at the sunset hour,
the cross breeze and the flowing drape.
the open window season's power
Is the architectural escape. I close them at 11 when the temperature begins to drop.
The open window season then
Becomes the memory of the non-stop.
breeze that made the house a kite.
A vessel sailing through the day.
The open window season's night
Is the promise of tomorrow's replay. Open window season, good night.
the glass comes down, the latches lock.
Open window season, the light
Of the spring was the master clock.
6 months of seal is finally through.
The air came in, the house revived.
Open window season, we knew that the spring had finally arrived. The light at 6 p.m. in April is not the same as any other month. It comes in low, and the maple and the birch become the font of golden letters spelling warmth across the sidewalk and the wall. The honey light is heading north from the winter's wherewithal into the longer evenings. Keep the extra hour of the glow. The honey light refuses sleep and stretches everything below. My shadow is the longest one I've had since the autumn equinox. The honey light and the setting sun are the spring's unboxing of the clocks. hour last month. The time is visible in the angle of the beam. The honey light is the paradigm of the season's golden theme. The buildings wear it like a coat, the windows catch it like a net. The honey light is the anecdote to the gray we're trying to forget. Honey light, pour across the street, turn the ordinary into gold. Honey light, the bittersweet evidence that the day grew bold, enough to stay until the 7, enough to paint us amber warm. Honey light, the closest heaven is the golden hour's uniform. I walk slowly in the honey light because the speed feels wrong. The honey light is the invite to the longest evening song. The cafe tables are outside for the first time and the faces glow. The honey light has opened wide the city's golden ratio. Everyone looks beautiful at 6 in April in the amber haze. The honey light is the gentle fix for the ordinary end of days. Photographers call it magic hour, painters call it the golden age of the afternoon's last power. The honey light is the stage on which the world performs its best. The shadows long, the colors deep. The honey light from east to west is the spring's most generous sweep. And I am standing in the middle of the golden and the warm. The honey light has solved the riddle of why the evening after the storm of winter feels so generous, so extravagant with the glow. The honey light is the surplus of the spring that wants to show. The light is fading now, the gold is turning copper, turning rose. The honey light has been retold in every color as it goes, from the buildings to the clouds, from the streets to the distant hill. The honey light removes the shrouds of the winter and the chill. Tomorrow it will come again at 6 p.m. The golden pour, the honey light, the sweetest when it falls across the kitchen floor and turns my hands to amber things and turns the cup to liquid gold. The honey light, the spring that sings in the warmest story ever told. Honey light, you stayed so long. Tonight the evening stretched for miles. Honey light, the branch has been asleep for months, a skeleton against the gray. But this morning something showed up once, a tiny pink that chose today to open just a little bit, a fist becoming a baby's hand. The first blossom does not commit to the full bloom. It takes a stand of maybe and of almost there. The petal is so thin the light goes through it like a whispered prayer. The first blossom and the overnight miracle that the winter hid beneath the bark and the frozen skin. The first blossom says what winter did was prepare me to begin. I stood beneath the tree and stared the way you stare at something new. The first blossom has declared that the gray is finally through. The air smells different, can you tell? There is a sweetness underneath the cold, a tiny floral bell that rings below the hearing's teeth. The first blossom does not shout, it does not need a parade. The first blossom is the quiet cloud of patience that the winter made. First blossom, you were worth the wait, the longest winter and the frost. First blossom at the garden gate, reminding me of what I almost lost. Faith in the returning pink, faith in the branches, memory. First blossom on the brink of the most beautiful recovery. By afternoon there are 3 more, by evening there are maybe 10. The first blossom opened the door and the others followed in. The tree is waking from the inside out, each bud a tiny yawning mouth. The first blossom removed the doubt that the warmth was heading south. I take a photo, but the phone cannot capture what the eye can see. The first blossom must be known in person, must be felt to be believed, because the pink is not just pink, it is the evidence that even after the cold, the rot, the spring returns with its eloquence. Every year I forget, and every year the first blossom reminds me that the cycle does not break. The fear of the permanent winter is the flat earth theory of the heart, the lie the worry tells when December comes. The first blossom is the reply from the universe to the anxious drums. It says, I have not forgotten you, I was just below the surface. The first blossom is the deja vu of every spring that found its purpose. I walk home and the street is lined with trees that are on the verge. The first blossom was the design, first note of the chorus that will surge across the neighborhood next week, when every branch will be in full. The first blossom was the sneak preview, the soft inaugural forgave. First blossom, you were worth the cold, the months of gray, the months of bare. First blossom, as I grow old, I will always stop and stare at the first pink on the darkest branch, the first sign that the wait is done. First blossom, the avalanche of spring begins with only one. The rain stopped 20 minutes ago and left its mirrors on the ground. The puddle is the aftershow of the spring rain's gentle sound. I see the sky reflected there, a perfect circle of the blue. The puddle mirror and the stare of the clouds looking back at you. A pigeon walks across the edge and breaks the image with its feet. The puddle mirror on the ledge of the curb and the quiet street reforms and holds the sky again. The patience of the standing water, the puddle mirror after rain, is the spring's most loyal daughter. The child in yellow boots appears and does what every child must do. The puddle mirror disappears beneath the splash, the jump, the shoe that lands like a tiny bomb of joy. The water sprays, the reflection cracks. The puddle mirror is the toy that spring distributes on the tracks of every sidewalk, every lane. The child jumps twice and then again. The puddle mirror in the rain, boots is the best thing that has been invented by the weather and the flat, uneven city ground. The puddle mirror takes a stand for the joy of the simplest sound. Puddle mirror, show me the sky from the ground up, from the below. Puddle mirror, the reason why I love the spring rain's afterglow. Splash and reform, splash and return. The puddle's patience is the thing. Puddle mirror, I will learn to reflect like you this spring. The trees are upside down in there, the branches are reaching for the core. The puddle mirror everywhere is showing me a different floor of the world, the inverted spring, where the sky is under my feet. The puddle mirror and the ring of ripples make the view complete. A leaf falls in and rides the surface, a tiny boat on a tiny sea. The puddle mirror's quiet purpose is to show the spring to me from an angle I forgot existed, the underneath, the looking up. The puddle mirror persisted in filling every concrete cup. Rain is the artist and the puddle is the gallery on the street. The exhibition of the model between the sky and the concrete. Free admission, always open, no closing time, no velvet rope. The puddle mirror has been spoken by the clouds and the downward slope of every sidewalk that collects the spring rain's generous pour. The puddle mirror reflects the world from the forgotten floor. The sun is drying up the puddles, the mirrors are evaporating now. The spring rain's remaining cuddles are the last few reflections. How the sky looked at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday after the rain. The puddle mirror will come again when the clouds return with the next refrain. I step around the last one carefully, not wanting to destroy the view. The puddle mirror gracefully holds the final piece of glue. Puddle mirror, the last one dries. The gallery is closing for the day. Puddle mirror beneath the skies, the spring rain is heading on its way. But tomorrow there may be more puddles and more upside down. Puddle mirror on the floor, the most beautiful art in town.
Pavement is warm for the first time since October, or maybe before. I notice because my palm is flat against the sidewalk by the door of the cafe where I sat down to drink the first iced thing of spring. The warm pavement in the town is the most underrated offering of the season. Change the asphalt holds the sun like a battery charging. The warm pavement unfolds the winter's grip, the cold's discharging. Kids are drawing chalk on it already, the pink and blue and yellow lines. The warm pavement is the steady canvas for the improvised designs of suns with faces and the flowers that only children think to draw. The warm pavement and the hours of the afternoon without a flaw, spreading out like the chalk dust that the knees are grinding in. The warm pavement earns the trust of everyone who kneels on skin and does not flinch because the ground is finally kind again, is finally warm beneath the hands. The sound of spring arriving, finally warm pavement under my feet. The winter's concrete was so cold. Warm pavement every street.
walking on the path, the warm pavement's inner view, with the sun is a public bath of radiation and the free distribution of the warm. The pavement is the guarantee that the cold was not the norm. A man in shorts and it is only March. The warm pavement gave him the excuse, the optimism of the lonely first warm day, and the produce of the sun's returning power. The warm pavement is the flower that the city has instead of gardens, the concrete flower bed. We forget the ground beneath our feet, how it carries every temperature. The warm pavement and the street are the most honest thermometer of the season's actual state, not the forecast, not the app. The warm pavement is the late arriving truth in the calendar's gap between the last frost and the first real day of spring. The warm pavement is the thirst quencher, the burst of evidence, and the amazement that the sun still works, that the earth still turns, that the ground remembers how to hold the warmth, the birth of spring from the winter's embers. I walk home on the sunny side, the side where the pavement glows. The warm pavement is the guide to the season that everybody knows is here, but the pavement proves with its radiant and its heated face. The warm pavement approves of the sandals and the slower pace. Tomorrow it might rain and cool, but tonight the pavement holds the days, deposits of the sun's warm pull. The warm pavement and its gentle blaze beneath my soles, beneath my steps. The warm pavement is the welcome mat that the spring laid at the doorstep of the world, and that is that. Warm pavement, I felt the change beneath my feet, before my eyes. Warm pavement, the broadest range of spring beneath the bluest skies. I can feel it through the soul, the season turning underground. Warm pavement, you made me whole with the warmest, simplest sound. The linen curtain lifts and falls, a breathing made of fabric and air. The window open and the walls of winter finally stripped bare. The breeze is warm enough to trust. Today, for the first time in months, I opened the window and the gust of spring came in with all at once. The smell of the neighbor's cut grass, the sound of a bicycle bell, the linen curtain and the glass between us and the world fell. Away in the apartment achieved what the heater never could. A prayer answered in the form of wind. The curtain makes a shape, a sail, a ghosted dancer's frozen pose. The linen curtain's fairy tale is told in the silhouette it throws across the bedroom floor, a moving shadow that the sun directs. The linen curtain always proving that the simplest of effects is the most beautiful. The wind, the cloth, the light, the shadow cast. The linen curtain has been pinned to nothing but the moment past. Between the gust and the return, the inhale and the exhale of the spring that has so much to learn about the curtain and its love. Linen curtain, dance for me in the window's April frame. Linen curtain, I can see the spring has finally written its name. In the fabric and the breeze, in the shadow and the light, linen curtain put me at ease with the softest kind of flight. I bought the curtain at a market last spring from a woman who made them by hand, each one a target of the sunlight's accolade. The weave is loose enough to breathe, tight enough to filter the bright. The linen curtain does not seethe with the synthetic or the trite. It is honest in its texture, in the way it holds the crease. The linen curtain is the lecture on the beauty of the release of the manufactured and the cold, in favor of the woven and the real. The linen curtain, old and bold in its simplicity and its appeal. The curtain is the border between the inside and the outside world. The linen curtain is the screen that the spring has gently unfurled. Not a wall, not a barrier, but a membrane that the breeze can pass through like a carrier of the season's expertise, and warmth and smell and temperature, and the angle of the afternoon. The linen curtain is the cure for the winter's sealed cocoon. Evening and the curtain stills, the breeze is gone to sleep somewhere. The linen curtain fills the window with its quiet stare at the street below, the lamplight and the couple walking slow. The linen curtain in the night light is the afterglow of the spring day that I let in through the window and the weave. The linen curtain and the spin of the season, I believe, will stay this time. We'll hold the warm, we'll keep the window weather the storm is the gentlest thing on my side. Linen curtain rest tonight, the breeze will come again at dawn. Linen curtain in the light of a street lamp and the yawn of the day that opened up the room to the spring and the outside air. Linen curtain, you were the bloom of the simplest kind of care.
The grass is silver at this hour. Each blade is carrying a bead of water from the overnight shower. The morning dew is the seed of the day's first light, refracted into tiny prisms on the lawn. The morning dew walk has attracted me outside before the yawn of the city and the traffic's drone. The morning dew is mine alone. The garden in its wettest gown is the quietest part of town. My shoes are getting darker at the toe. The dew is soaking through the canvas. The morning dew walk's gentle flow is the spring's most honest service. The spider webs a jewel tonight, each strand a necklace made of glass. The morning dew is the highlight of the spring's most delicate class. I walk between the beds of flowers that are starting to believe in the sun. The morning dew walk's quiet hours are the best before the day's begun. Morning dew walk before the world gets loud, before the phones begin. Morning dew walk, the flag unfurled of the quietest discipline. Wet shoes and silver grass, the spider's jewelry display. Morning dew walk, the hourglass of the most beautiful start to the day. The birds are the only competition for the early hour and the wet. The morning dew walk's admission is the willingness to get your feet cold and your trousers damp, for the privilege of the first light's kiss. The morning dew walk is the stamp of the spring morning that you almost miss. If you sleep till 8 or 9, the dew evaporates the jewels. The morning dew walk draws the line between the early and the fools who miss the garden in its prime, who miss the silver and the quiet. The morning dew walk's paradigm is the gentle pre-dawn riot. The dew is the earth's own breath, condensed upon the coolest blades. The morning dew walk is the breath of the spring across the glades, and gardens and the city parks, where the groundskeeper is the first to see the dew the morning's marks upon the land before they're dispersed by the sun's evaporating hand. The morning dew walk is the art of catching the impermanent and holding it inside the heart. I go inside the kitchen warm, the kettle fills, the shoes come off. The morning dew walk after the storm of winter is the payoff for every frozen January step, for every dark commuted dawn. The morning dew walk has kept its promise on the silver lawn. I drink the tea and watch the garden through the window as the dew begins to fade, and I beg